Ain't nothing peculiar about the way that I was raised, and my arm is on the way.
Alright, I thought I would talk about my theory that we had, and about the Gobbles case. Now today I came across, because one night, I ain't gonna lie, I stayed up, which is several nights I do this, but I find one thing and then it leads down to something else, and then it leads to that and leads to this and that and the other, and before I know it, it's like 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, whew, I better get to sleep. But so one night I was looking in, trying to find some kind of connection, some kind of link or something between the Gobbles and JP, Solid Rock, any of them people surrounding them, and I couldn't really find anything to really say, like, okay, this is it right here, this is the connection. Like, I couldn't really find anything. But I did find the daughter, Cynthia's daughter. I found Greg's son, and let's see, this is that one night that I stayed up trying to find these connections and stuff. And okay, we know on Cynthia's side that is being said, and I found a news article today too, or not an article, but a news story that actually talked about this today too, and talking about the cyber stalking and the like the tracker that was put on Cynthia's car, and she was going to get it fingerprinted, talking about the actual, I guess, like DV and isolation, that he isolated her from her daughter and her grandkids. Now, I've heard that the only person that's ever tried to isolate, because she didn't like Greg, or I guess she wanted her mom all to herself, and so she would tell her mom Cynthia that, you know, if he's around or whatever, like, you can't have the grandkids, or you can't see the grandkids. Like, she would use the grandbabies as a weapon towards her mom. And so I've only seen on the daughter's side where it's talked about this DV and all these allegations against Greg. And then you have Greg's son, which is a totally different story. And then other things that you read and hear about with Greg that's the opposite, you know. So I've heard that she didn't have diabetes, that she was using the diabetic medicine for weight loss. So there's a lot of like contradictions with this story, but I think I know, in my theory and some other people's theories, is that allegedly speculating that maybe Greg was the PI. Maybe Greg, or maybe some of his connections, because Greg does have a lot of ties with law enforcement. He trained the first dog for, which county was it? I don't know if it was Davie County or like a county over. Trained one of the first, I think, drug dogs for that county. And then so he did a lot of training. Oh, back to this news cast that I saw today. It also said in that newscast that Cynthia had a house that she had with her other husband that had passed away, so she had gotten the house, and that's the house that she stayed in while they were separated. And the reason why they separated was because, like I said, her daughter was pretty much holding the grandbabies, you know, over her head, you know. So they were going to separate so that way she could still have a relationship with her grandbabies. And then Greg had his own house that, you know, he had already had too. So he was staying at that house. So that's where the two houses come into play. Now, it was said that when Greg and Cynthia were married, living together, that Greg would not get a job and help pay for the bills like he was some bum or something. But then you read and you see like all these pictures and all, I mean, like things to back up that he did work. Now, whether or not he helped with bills and stuff, I don't have an idea. I don't know. I wasn't there. But we know that he did work. So, because he trained law enforcement dogs, and he did a lot of other things on the side. And one of them things that I haven't heard anybody talk about, which sticks out to me, and something about it, but those power of attorneys. Like, he was going around collecting power of attorney on people like they were Pokemon cards or something. So I don't know if that's like a normal thing, like one person go around just collecting power of attorney on people, or, you know, usually I would think like if a family, like say if I guess like my husband was incompetent or something, you know, or really sick or something, you know, like I would go and get power of attorney so that way I can make decisions for him. So I don't understand how he was able to get all these power of attorneys on people. To me, that's odd and weird. Let me know what you think. And maybe it's a common practice or normal practice. Like maybe that's a business thing or something, you know. I've never heard of that before. But I'm thinking, and this is my speculation, that maybe Greg was the private investigator. Like maybe he wasn't the one that was always like there, you know, watching Mica and stuff, but, you know, like he orchestrated it for JP. And I'm thinking, because he always had that tape recorder, the tracker. I wonder what kind of tracker it was that was put onto Cynthia's car. Now, the son did say, Greg's son did say that he did put that tracker on Cynthia's car. Wouldn't it be something if those trackers that were put on Mica's car and put on Cynthia's car were the same? Like, same type, brand, you know. And JP said that in News Nation interview that 3 weeks before Mica passed, that he had stopped paying for the private investigator. Now think, Greg and Cynthia are in North Carolina. I'll have to pull up all these places and everything on a map. All right. So they're in North Carolina. So if Michael's in North Carolina, then, you know, and he's got these side jobs. And then also remember that JP and Winslow had papers drawn up already, I think like last year sometime, to put Mica, they were going, or for JP to be power of attorney of Mica. Now, them papers didn't get filed through the courts and did not, I guess, officially get signed or whatever until this year, before Mica passed away. I'll have to, hopefully I can find that video. But this is just an idea I'm throwing out there, because I mean, it's so many similarities, and there's some kind of connection with JP and Mr. Greg. And if you think of the timeline of when they passed and the events leading up to when Mica passed, and crime scene. The crime scene, they don't match with what happened. The son does not believe that's what happened to his dad and his stepmom. And this is apparently split these two families apart. And that's sad. So, because I guess Greg's son, you know, really looked up to Miss Cynthia like his biological mother. Because his biological mother, I think, had passed. Or something. I don't know, something happened with her. And then you go back and you watch Cynthia's son's story, which he's like a big time like gamer or something, you know, he's well off. And you like, the story was already played out. It's like they just used that story that was real life, but recreated it to make it look like what it was. Because see, Cynthia's kids, when she was with their father, they had separated, and I'll share the link. I'll find the link and I'll share it, and then y'all can watch it and then kind of get where I'm going. But pretty much their father tried to unalive her and ended up, well, he thought he did get her or whatever, and then he actually ended up unaliving himself, and he was going to unalive their son too. But like I said, I'll find that video again. I'll link it and y'all watch it, and it's so sad. But I'm thinking that's where they got their storyline from, was that we'll make it look like it's this, like this happened, and it's not actually what happened. Just like with Mica, that's not what happened. Like, she did not unalive herself there, you know, then throw the weapon and then, you know, go face down in the water and then cover herself up. Like, she didn't do that. So but I'm thinking that's where they got, maybe where they got the, you know, like the setup plan, I guess. But and then there's some more information that I've came across today, or actually more information I came across yesterday, and even more today. And so I'm starting a new job Friday, November 1st. So I'm gonna try and get all this done. So y'all just be patient with me. But I at least wanted to get on here and let y'all know this, and then that way, if somebody can maybe help me find some more connections, or see, because I've heard that supposedly Mr. Greg wasn't tech savvy. But if he wasn't tech savvy, how is he cyber stalking? How is he doing all this technology type things, you know? I mean, how was he, you know what I mean? Like if you barely know how to operate your phone, like, how are you gonna, like, be so, what's the word? Like, you're not gonna really know how to stalk somebody online on every social, you know, you're just not. So, I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think, and if y'all can maybe think of anything, or see if, you know, maybe you agree, or maybe we can, I don't know, but just, there had to be a reason why they were meeting. I think it had to do with maybe Greg being the PI that was helping stalk Mica and put the tracker on her car. So, and I might think that there might be some links with the whole, I'll put my little code picture here, and how the whole private, and then it'll make sense. I'll put my little code picture here, and y'all know what I'm talking about. And I'm thinking, y'all gonna know what I'm thinking, so. But anyway, I love y'all, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. And I guess I need to think of like a catchphrase when I'm out. Well, I know one of my favorite YouTubers that I watch every day, just about. He said, before he cuts the video, he says, well, if today's your birthday, happy birthday. And I look forward to that every year. And I finally got, he finally uploaded a video last year on my birthday. So I was like, yes, I got my happy birthday. And birthdays are special too, and we don't always get a happy birthday. So if today's your birthday, happy birthday. And like, subscribe, comment. I'm supposed to say them things and I always forget, so do me a big favor, help a cracker out. But anyway, I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and we're gonna still keep digging. And if you've sent me emails, trust me, I'm gonna email you back. I'm sorry, it's been able to read and stuff, but not really put my mind and focus on there. So, but I will get back to them, and I'm gonna definitely focus and read them and take notes. And I appreciate all the love and support and the information that y'all send me, and y'all are just great. So let me know what y'all think, and I'll do some more updating hopefully this week or early next week. I don't know, we'll see. All right, bye.
Investigators have yet to find a missing woman from our area.
The Davie County Sheriff's Office sent out an alert about Cynthia Gobble this morning. Deputies fear she is in danger. WFMY News 2's Nixon Norman dug deeper into the case.
The North Carolina Center for Missing Persons issued an Ashanti alert for 60-year-old Cynthia Gobble Thursday morning. An Ashanti alert is when an adult under 64 has been identified as missing with a disability or in involuntary danger, such as an abduction or kidnapping. The Davie County Sheriff's Office says 59-year-old Gregory Gobble is a person of interest in this case. Deputies say the couple is married but separated and were last known to be at a home on Country Lane in Moxville. Investigators say they could be traveling in Gregory's truck, a white 1997 Ford F-250 with the NC license plate number YV1974. Cynthia was last seen wearing this exact outfit, a pink short-sleeve shirt that says Colorado, blue jean shorts, and brown Birkenstock sandals. The sheriff's office says it is concerned about the well-being of both Cynthia and Gregory. However, at this time, an Ashanti alert was only issued for Cynthia. The sheriff's office says Cynthia is also diabetic and does not have her medication with her. I went out to the Davie County Courthouse today in order to see if either Cynthia or Gregory had any previous charges. According to these documents, Cynthia's record is clear, but Gregory faced a simple assault charge and a communicating threats charge in 2004. In 2006, he faced some traffic charges like expired registration and tag and no inspection.